The Royals just found their secret weapon. One player just continues to come through for this offense in huge moments. He's been swinging the bat extremely well all season long, and while after another clutch hit, he's quickly becoming a major factor for this Royals roster. We have all the latest news and updates right here on Royals Digest. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian Sparks, and I hope you all are having a fantastic day. If you haven't already, do me a huge favor, hit that bell, hit that button so you never miss an episode posted here on Royals Digest, as we're going to be bringing you guys daily Royals content all throughout this long 162 game season with videos just like these, but also shorts, pre and post game live streams. I mean, the whole 9 yards. We're going to have you guys covered from start to finish. Now, in today's episode, I kind of wanted to dedicate a video on this player and what he's done so far this season. He grinded this offseason, grinded through spring training, and has really capitalized on any and every opportunity he's been given this year. He's came up huge for this Kansas City Royals team, and he came up huge in last night's loss against the Chicago White Sox. If you don't know who we're talking about today, Mr. Nick Loftin. Man, this guy has been super productive at the plates. If you guys did not catch yesterday's unfortunate loss to the Chicago White Sox, Nick Loftin gets called up to pinch hit from Michael Massey in the top of the 6th. I think they were trailing by 3. Runners on second and third. Carter Jensen was on third. Isaac Collins was on second, I believe. He works into a full count and then stripes the ball to the left field for a bases clearing, I guess an RBI, 2 RBI double. And he has just been coming up big like this all season long, it feels like. He grinded through spring training because he wasn't guaranteed a spot. Since he's been in the Kansas City uniform, he's been up and down through AAA and the majors. He has a handful of stints in the big leagues. Just been that kind of guy that you send up and down, up and down. And so going into the regular season, there wasn't a solidified spot for him. He really had to impress this camp, and that's exactly what he did. And I mean, fortunate for Nick Loftin, but unfortunate for Michael Massey. Massey had to start the year on the IL, so that freed up a spot on the roster, but of course it was made clear that once Massey was healthy, the roster spot is going to be his regardless. And so to start the year, Tyler Tolbert and Nick Loftin ended up making the opening day roster, and then Michael Massey got healthy, rehabbed, came back up, and instead of sending down Tyler Tolbert, they sent down Nick Loftin. But he was not there for long, as unfortunately Jonathan India got hurt and was dealing with some injuries himself, so they sent Jonathan India to the injured list, sent back up Loftin. So many transactions to start the year. And unfortunately for Jonathan India, his season got cut short. He had to get surgery, but that freed up even more opportunities for Nick Loftin. He's a very versatile guy. He can play anywhere in the infield. I believe he's logged games at first base, second, and third. He can play shortstop, and he can also play left field. And I'm sure you could throw him in center and right, and he would compete. And he could track down a fly ball. I'm sure he would be just fine in those positions. And he is just a kind of a manager's dream type of player in terms of how versatile he is. This not only opens up more opportunities for him because he can play multiple positions, but it also opens up more opportunities for Q to construct different lineups. And we all know how he loves to switch up the lineup, it feels like, every single game. But Nick Loftin has, like I said, been capitalizing on any and every opportunity he's been given this year. He's came up big for this team. He's been very productive at the plate. We can take a look at his stats really quick. He's slashing .279, is at .385. I'm sorry if I'm squinting down. I can't see this the best right now. But that's .279, .385, I believe, and .419, and 43 at-bats. Again, his sample size is very small, but despite his sample size and 43 at-bats, he is tied for 7th, I believe, in RBIs on the team with 12 RBIs, yep, and he's tied for 5th or 6th with doubles. And so he's been nothing but productive at the plate in his small sample size. He's been nothing but productive as a pinch hitter. And the 3 times he's been called upon to pinch hit, he's been perfect. He's 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. Again, he's just been coming up big all season long, and that's exactly what this Royals team has needed with how they've started the season. It's been a very rocky season, and so having a guy that you can kind of take off the bench and you're fairly confident he can produce, it's great. It's great to have. And his metrics also don't lie. The guy puts up phenomenal ABs. He works deep in counts like he did yesterday. He doesn't strike out a whole bunch. He can draw a walk. He just has quality ABs, and he's very disciplined, and it shows in the metrics right here. Granted, again, it's a small sample size. He doesn't qualify for all the percentiles and whatnot, but that shouldn't distract you from his underlying factors when it comes to him at the plate. His chase rate, 15.7. His whiff rate, 9.3. His K rate, 9.6. His walk rate, 15.4. I mean, the stats speak for himself. This guy is consistent. This guy is disciplined, and he's been so much fun to watch. I love a player that, he grinded his way to this roster, and all that hard work, all that, that great spring training has transferred into the regular season, and he's in the starting lineup tonight. I think the more he progresses and produces, the more opportunities he will be given. And who knows? He could be more than just a platoon guy, more than just a utility guy. If Michael Massey starts slumping and Nick Loftin is still hot, he could take second base from Michael Massey for a little bit until Massey figures it out. This is just a great sign to have on your team, having a bat like him come off the bench, and you can, for the most part, you can put him in a big situation. He can deliver. It's great to see that from Nick Loftin. Hopefully the Royals can take the series. The series is still alive. Unfortunately, they dropped the first game in Chicago, but they have two more, one tonight, one tomorrow. Hopefully they can come back and take both those games. I mean, huge divisional games. We talked about this divisional gauntlet we have with the Guardians, Tigers, and then now the White Sox back to back to back. A huge opportunity to cover ground in the Central. Granted, I think the Royals are now in last place in the Central, but still like 3 games back. We are so fortunate that the AL Central is not competitive, and that is a weak division, because it is keeping our playoff hopes alive and well. We just need to capitalize on these opportunities. Granted, yes, the Chicago White Sox are a far better team than they were last year, but I still think that, the series needs to be ours. I think we need to capitalize that. When we go to a competitive Cardinals team in St. Louis this weekend, it doesn't get any easier. And so we need to scrape out some wins, get back into the win column, and climb the AL Central, because it is there for the taking. Let me know what your guys' overall thoughts are in the comment section below. What has been your biggest takeaway this season? What has been your biggest takeaway from Nick Loftin? Do you think he deserves more opportunities? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And also let me know who's been your favorite player to watch this year. Has it been Bobby Witt Jr.? Has it been Nick Loftin? Has it been Maikel Garcia? Let me know in the comments section. But other than that, that is all I have for you guys here on Royals Digest. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, and as always, go Royals.